Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Christian, and welcome to another exciting episode of Professionals of Steubenville area. Today, I'm here with Judge Mascio from Steubenville Municipal Court. So, how are you doing today?
I appreciate you having me, Jacob. Very well, thank you.
So, we're here talking about professionals in Steubenville area. Your name was one of the ones to get mentioned. So, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm the judge of Steubenville Municipal Court, and Steubenville Municipal Court oversees all criminal crime that happens within the corporate limits of the city of Steubenville, and we handle felonies through what they call preliminary hearing. I've been the judge since December 1st, 2015, and I'm actually just starting my 10th year.
So you've been doing this for a while. You do a lot for our community. So what motivates you to do this?
Well, I graduated law school in 1991, and I came back to the area to begin practicing law. I was 25 years old at the time. And as I got into my practice and was practicing law in the various courts, the court that I particularly focused on at that time was Steubenville Municipal Court. The judge there was Judge Richard Powell, and he had served as judge for 18 years. He was really one of my role models when I first started, and I liked him a lot. He took a liking to me, and within a few years, I realized that at some point in my career, I would like to be the municipal court judge, and that was always my goal. And I used to ask him questions, what can I do to get where you are? And he was always quick to give me advice. He would always sit me down, and I really listened to what he told me, and he was always spot on in terms of what I had to do.
So following all of that, how did you get to where you are today?
I started off as an attorney.
Okay, so all right.
And then after I would meet with Judge Powell and talk with him, I began to set goals for myself so that I could get where I needed to be or wanted to be in life as judge. And I took jobs with various boards. I became an assistant City of Steubenville law director. There was a position at one point that opened up for Steubenville prosecutor, and I took that job, and I was the Steubenville prosecutor for 10 years. It was a good stepping stone to get me where I needed to be as judge, and it really taught me a lot about that court and what I needed to do as judge to make it work properly.
So you mentioned goals. What were your goals then compared to now?
Well, when I started out as a young man, my goals were simply to be the best attorney I could be and to get myself in a position to where I could one day be judge. My goals have certainly changed now that I am the judge. I still set goals for myself, but those are all related to the court. In other words, what are the things that we as a team at municipal court need to do to make the court better and to progress it accordingly.
So the goals that you mentioned, it's like a court thing. So would you say that you guys have accomplished any of them, or are you guys still working towards more?
Well, you can always improve.
Yeah, there's always.
But as far as when I first took office, I certainly had a vision for what I thought the court should be and what I would like it to be, and I like to think that we've achieved all those goals, but we continue to embrace technology, and one thing I've learned over the years, people are really reluctant to change, and it's difficult for people to change, but you just got to kind of keep pushing along and embrace change.
It's been 10 years you've been a judge. Technology has changed. What do you think your biggest struggle with being a judge in general is?
I wouldn't say the biggest challenge is so much technology as it is with the offenders that come before the court. We see a lot of people that are addicted to illegal drugs, a lot of alcohol problems, a lot of mental health problems. And through our probation department, we have a lot of programs in place to try and address those needs. I'm very big on treatment, and what I like to think is giving people the tools that they need to succeed. But so often they fail, and that's the biggest frustration to me. Is I say it all the time, all you have to do is come, and we can help you with whatever problem you're having. But for whatever reason, we get a lot of people that simply don't come, and we end up having to issue warrants for their arrest, and then once they're taken into custody, they end up back in jail. But I do realize that people are going to fail and not be successful more often than not on their first try. So we do continue to work with people and try to improve things because we want to address their underlying problem so that they're not back in the court system.
Yeah. And you mentioned fail. Like, I'm pretty sure when you were coming up to be a judge or even a lawyer, like, who was like your biggest role model? I'm pretty sure you had those moments where you didn't think you'd do it anymore. Did you have like a person that like supported you throughout your whole entire thing?
Well, my parents were good role models.
Yeah.
They both worked and they really stressed the importance of education. Judge Powell was a huge role model for me, and I really tried to emulate him in a lot of ways. When I was a young man your age, I played a lot of sports, particularly football. I graduated from Steubenville Catholic Central. Don't hold that against me. But we had a lot of really good coaches.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I'm almost 60 years old now, but I still think of those things that our football coaches would tell us. You know, don't quit. The importance of hard work and dedication. And it's not just rhetoric that coaches say. It's actually lifelong lessons that really mean something. And oftentimes when I do face difficulty in life, I do think back to what my coaches had told me and find myself picking myself up, dusting myself off, and moving forward.
Yeah, and for you, you mentioned your coaches were the ones that gave you word of advice. Is there any word of advice you want to give the younger generation?
I think the biggest thing is you can be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it. You have to set goals. You have to have a vision for what it is that you need to do to be where you want to be. I think it's important to choose wisely who you listen to and surround yourself with positive people. But it all comes down to discipline. Mike Tyson, I like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson said one time, discipline is doing what you hate, but doing it like you love it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I've always kind of held on to that saying because I think there's a lot of truth to what he said.
Judge, we want to thank you for everything you do for not only us, but our community and other communities surrounding us. We look forward to seeing everyone on Wednesday with Shannon Irvin from Cedar One Realty. Till next time.
Thank you, Jacob.